Hi everyone, this is Matt here from Kernow Coasteering. Thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about the top 10 sea caves in West Cornwall. When we go coasteering, we're often thinking about just the cliff jumping aspect of things. That's what it's maybe best known for. But sea caves, in my opinion, are one of the highlights of any good coasteering route. So without further ado, let's get in there and count down the top 10 sea caves in West Cornwall.
So first up at number 10, we've got Funnel Hole at Kernow Head. This is the most famous cave on this list because it's so easily accessible. You can view it from the southwest coast path, and it's very close to the nearby hamlet of Porthgwarra. So it's a massive collapsed cave where the roof has fallen in, resulting in the funnel feature. In old times, the area was known as Tolpedon Penwith, which was literally Cornish for the whole headland of Penwith. Right at number 9, we've got a series of caves at Rimsey Heads. So Rimsey Heads is in between Porthleven and Prey Sands. Prey Sands being one of the places we regularly do our coasteering trips. So some fantastic caves here. They're really quite deep. And I must emphasise, this video isn't to encourage you to go and try and find these things by yourselves. Give us a call at Kernow Coasteering and come and explore some of these caves on one of our guided coasteering trips. At number 8, we've got the caves at Prussia Cove. It's a lovely, quiet location if you can find it. The place got its name after a smuggler that was operating there in the 1700s, and who knows, maybe him and his cronies were using these caves to store their booty. So we've got this wonderful cave here that you can swim into, and then just around the corner there's some massive caves that actually have a nice sandy beach. They're really quite large. That brings us to number 7, which is the Cave of Many Colours at Cape Cormor. So you don't need to coasteer into this cave, but it is very susceptible to the swell and the tide, so don't try and find it on your own. You can see why it gets its name. The colours adorning the walls are absolutely fantastic, every colour imaginable, and they come from metal minerals that leach through the nearby rocks. At number 6, we've got this huge cave at Cormor near Land's End. Now as we go down this list, unsurprisingly a lot of the caves feature on this list purely for their size. Some of them are absolutely gigantic, and this one is no exception. Only accessible by coasteering or possibly kayaking. Absolutely fantastic place, it's absolutely gigantic. Next we have at number 5. This was an incredible find in the middle of nowhere, vaguely near St Ives, in between St Ives and Zena. Basically 2 caves have met in the middle to form this huge chamber. Completely unexpected when we went in there, and the architecture in there is fantastic. You've basically got ledges all around the side and this kind of platform in the middle, so it's an absolute treat of a place. Number 4, so this is the huge cave at Dutchman Zorn, also in the area of Cormor, so that's south of Land's End. Bigger again than the cave around the corner. As you can see there, the place is absolutely monstrous. So don't forget, all of our coasteering routes here at Kernow Coasteering all feature fantastic sea caves, so get in touch if you want to see these things for yourselves. As we go down the list at number 3, we're going even bigger again. This is the Great Cave at Land's End. Doesn't look like much from the entrance outside, but once you get inside you realise the place is absolutely gigantic. Completely undetectable from above, so Land's End is milling with tourists on any given day in the summer. None of them will have any idea that this is down here, but they did have a plan many years ago at Land's End to actually open this as a show cave. Right, number 2 on the list is the gigantic Pandora Cave. It's near Land's End, it's in a very quiet, secluded bay. The place is popular with seals, so you know it's best not to disturb them. You need to go there when you know they're not going to be around. This cave is the longest cave in West Cornwall. It's absolutely gigantic. You need to survey it formally, but it's probably in the region of about 100 metres long. Absolute monster of a cave. So before we get to my favourite caves in West Cornwall, an honourable mention must go for these unusual caves that are on the Tin Coast area, which is near Pendine, near St Just. All these caves have the unusual feature of spitting and backwashing back quite violently. And one of them, this one here, we named the Breath of Poldark. You can see my colleague Torren has just jumped in there with the spray. So it's a really unique feature. And then finally, my favourite caves in West Cornwall are the Trevine Cliff Caves. I'm not going to tell you where they are. They are basically in the middle of nowhere, but there's a series of caves in a row that are absolutely gobsmacking. So as you go into this one, it doesn't look particularly big, And then once inside, you realise the place is actually vast. If you can climb up a very slippery wall, you end up on the platform here, and the cave actually splits into two. And then around the corner, this very bizarre cave can be accessed if you can squeeze your way down this thing, and that will bring you into this really cool sort of ante-chamber. You can see here with a lovely wave scoop thing at the back, and then a final crack at the back. If you can squeeze through that, you end up in here, and suddenly it's all pitch black. It's absolutely fantastic. I would expect more men have landed on the moon than have been in that cave. So thanks for watching the best cave in West Cornwall, and we hope you can join us for a coasteering adventure in Cornwall very soon.